The forest has changed since our last visit. Most of the trees lost almost all their beauty, while the grass below our feet was dying, as if it was being burned by the merciless sun. This was a definite sign of the dire corruption spreading beyond our borders. The air seemed to be heavier and warmer, what made it difficult for us to advance without getting occasional rest. Even though all of us were in top shape, we couldn't walk for 2 hours straight. We were still very close to our camp, only half a day walk, so we weren't expecting any problems and dangers lurking in the forest. Before even thinking about getting close to the ancient parts of the land, we have to walk through the thick and dense jungle for at least 2 days. Once we get to the edge of it, our vision will be obstructed by a mountain chain spreading from west to east for miles. Depending on the situation, I will have to choose whether to go above them or below them. Once we pass through the mountains, we will enter the land known as Americus, a home to a legendary Omni Order, lying in the middle of the vast plain and surrounded by the natural mountain wall from 4 sides. There are more legends than the real stories about this part of the land, since the natural access to it is almost impossible for common folk. Isolated from the rest of the world with only minor contact with the world's happenings. The Omni Order prospered with their members being great warriors, paladins, and mages. If you would fly over the mountains protecting the right wing of the Americas, you would find yourself in the Slum Kingdom, the home of my favorite general, Beastmaster. Before we embarked on our journey, Beastmaster told me a story about a certain knight within the Omni Order. For a young and strong Beastmaster, the mountain passes presented no challenge, so he would often cross the borders of his kingdom to explore and learn from his neighbors. While observing their training sessions, he noticed a rather strange young and pale boy in the middle of his teachers. This would definitely be a normal occasion for the mysterious folks of Amakarus, if only this young boy didn't have the angel wings of light spreading from his upper backs. Teachers around him were all writing down endless rows in their books, while the oldest one, sitting in his chair, was just watching with his deep eyes. This strange session continued for a few more minutes, until the old teacher gave a hand sign. Soon, the elder counselor walked away from the boy, and a moment later, 2 guards carrying a wounded soldier approached the boy. They laid the wounded soldier below the boy's feet, though the reason for it was unknown to Beastmaster. The bloody and deep wound spreading from the upper right corner across his chest to the middle of his stomach was a sure sign of the soldier's last moments on this world. Yet, the boy looked at him, smiled, and said that everything would be alright. What happened in the next few seconds was astonishing. The foreign incantation spread through the air, followed with a bright light embarking from the sky and hitting the wounded soldier with a massive speed and power. Beastmaster lost his sight for a few moments, while being completely confused and wondering about the easier ways of ending the miseries of the dying soldiers. However, after he regained his sight, the scene in front of him was similar to nothing that he had ever seen. On that very day, Beastmaster knew that the boy would grow up into a deadly warrior. And that's exactly where we are heading right now, to find the boy who is now, 25 years later, supposed to be a living legend.